Okay. We good? I saw the
We are. Yes, ma'am. Let's
okay.
go.
Okay, so yeah, I was saying how we can use chat um with our business to kind of make a few things easier. We all know that we can use it for our copy, which means, our context that we use in our emails and all of that good things. But even with the day-to-day things that we need to use it for when it comes to running our business. And I want to give an example. An example would be right now, I currently have a trip to Aruba that I'm hosting. With this trip, this is actually for my best friend, and me and my best friend do a lot of traveling together. However, because this is her 40th birthday, I'm like, you know what? You can open it up to some people that you know if they want to do the trip. So I opened it up and we have a villa booked and everything. We had about 9 people booked, and we started having problems with 5 people. We had problems with them with payments, with nitpicking over pricing, and I'm just like, tell your people the price is the price now. And I don't do cheap trips. But we had so many issues that it really bothered my friend, and she was like, cancel them. So I end up canceling 5 people out of the 9 people on the trip. And when you do cancel, there are steps that you have to go through within Travel Joy, which I'm gonna show you guys that. But also, I had to word my correspondence. I had to get my wording together because these people was running up my nerve. And I literally had to was in my chat. I do talk to my chat like a friend. So my chat, her name is Nova. And I'm like, look, no, because I already told her, look, Nova, these people is running up a nerve, and I need to cancel them, and I need you to give me an email that I can send with this cancellation. And my Nova was like, yeah, because you don't want to come off aggressive. You don't want to let them know that they run up a nerve. She talks to me like she the homie, but it's like even things like that you can reach out to your chat and have them do things. But I want to show you guys just a few things when it comes to one, some things that you can do when it comes to the group trip. Let me go. This is my dashboard. So I'm gonna go into this group trip. So first I'm gonna start with, before we jump into chat, I'm gonna start with some things that Travel Joy has done that we're able to do within the group now. So first and foremost, so this is my group. You know that if you have a group, you can send everybody messages. But what Travel Joy has done now, they've actually changed it up to where this is the group level. So right here, group messages. If you
Her
start
screen
a
is not
message,
sharing.
oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Y'all was just gonna let me talk, huh? Thank you, Marquitha, for catching that. Okay, so let me go back. I was saying this is the home screen. So I'm gonna go into my trip for Aruba. Okay, so this right here is your group trip level. I don't have anybody selected specifically. I'm just on all travelers. So it'll tell you on all travelers. If you ever want to correspond directly to a specific traveler, then you can come here and select their name, and then you can correspond with them directly. But if you're in all travelers and let's say you send out an email, it can actually go to everybody. And the way they had it before is that if you sent it out on this level, it would go to everybody. And when they respond, their response would come back to everybody. So now when you send a message from here, and normally if I'm sending out a email that I know is going to go to everybody, I actually create the email, put it in my templates, and when I come into the message, I scroll down here and select the template. And I'm gonna show y'all like this down here. So this was an email that I sent after everybody booked the trip, and this is just kind of giving them the pre-up of the trip, what they can expect, some things that we have going on, like we have coordinated days within the trip. So I have an all black day. I send them the information for the all black day. I send them some inspirational what they should look like. so they don't gotta be guessing. I have a pink day that we're gonna do with our kayak photos. So I sent them. We have one guy that was on a trip, so I sent a picture example of the girl and the guy what this hot pink color looked like, so nobody has to guess. We have an all white day. So this was just one of those emails, and then I had what you should wear, some toiletries you should bring, some electronic. This is basically like the packing list email, and give them a little bit of what's next. So I created that email, put it in my template, and I was able to select it. So if I'm coming here and selecting something. So I'm gonna show y'all an email that I had chat create, which was about something that we have going on a trip. My best friend, she really wants to do dinner on the beach, and she actually was going to pay for all of them, which is crazy. I didn't think she should do that, but she really wanted to do this experience, and they kind of was like penny pinching. So I reached out to the group and I let them know, like, hey, this is something that she really wants to do. I think we all should cover ourselves. I have created a invoice. So I created an invoice for everybody, put it on the payment plan. So I'm like, you can click on there, you can make the payment in full or pay with the payment plan. So I used chat to put together this email, and then I saved it. And then I went here and I think I saved it. Let me see. I might not have saved it, but I'm gonna show y'all the email that I sent everybody. Uh-oh. Group messages. Because what I'm gonna do is, here it goes. So this is the email that I sent. Now, when you're doing something like this, let's say you want to add something to the trip and you want it to be sent out to everybody. One thing that you can do that it allows you to do in the group is come over here and click create invoice. So if you create an invoice, it will be like a group invoice if you're on the all travelers. If I'm on the all travelers tab and I click create, it'll say create group booking page or group form or group invoice. If you want to create an invoice specifically for that person in the group, then you need to go here and select their name and then click create and then click your invoice, whether, invoice supplier, let's be in compliance. And then once you create your invoice, so what I did is for each person. So I created an invoice, put in the information, put in the price, went down here. I'm sorry. Went down here, put in the payment information. I set up the payment plan for deposit amount. I set all of this up, and I'm gonna just put something in here so I can go do the process. Set up the payments, did all of this, and then when you go to next, I can save, review email, and then send it out. So this is what I did so that everybody can get the invoice except for her, because I didn't want her to know. I wanted it to be a surprise for her. And then I sent that out. So everybody was able to get that invoice within the group without her. Now, let me go back to this page. Now, say I wanted to send an email to everybody from this page. So you see it already has hello, client name. If I paste that same email in here, what you're able to do from the group level is when I scroll down, now it says send individually. So you can click send all or you can click send individually. And it's gonna, you see here it says send 1 out of 6. So if I needed to change anything for any particular person, I know who it's gonna send to. And when you do it this way, when you send it individually, that means that if they respond, it's going to come back to you individually instead of going back to like a group message for all. So I would suggest that you you click send individually if you don't want their responses to go back to everybody. But this is something that they just implemented. So, and I really do appreciate this because before I would just have to select their name specifically and like send the email, go to the next person, select their name, send the email, and now you can kind of just do it right here, which saves you some good time. Now, the only thing that I feel like you're not able to do right there is select a time, because you can also use this section if you want to send out an email. You can automate it, and you can automate it from two different places. You can automate it from here. So let's say you have a trip and you know that you have a group trip, and you know that a week before the trip date you're sending out a last email of like, hey, make sure you have your travel documents, make sure you have your passport, that updated email. You send that out a week before, and then when they come back from the trip, you might have a follow up, like welcome home email. You can schedule those things here, or you can schedule it at the task level. But sometimes I have things that I know I'm sending out like tomorrow morning. I might have a certain email that I'm sending out tomorrow morning. So I would just come down here and schedule it to send out. So you see down here it says save draft, send later. So I can select either one of these, or I can select to pick a date and time. And I can go ahead and select whatever day, the time, and then click schedule, and you can schedule it like that. Okay, let me see. Do I see questions? Oh, okay, that was Janae. Okay, does anybody have questions about this before I move on? Okay, good. So the next thing I want to talk about is bringing chat into this. So I'm going to create a new trip, and I'm just going to put myself, and I'm going to click create. So let's say I want to do a trip to Jamaica, right? So the first thing that I need when we're creating these trips, and this is before we get into any details. Let's say I need a trip to Jamaica. I need a good banner. So I don't know if you guys know that you can use chat to create your banner. So let's say I go to my chat and I say, "Hey Nova," well, I'm all in all caps, like I'm screaming. "Hey Nova, I'm creating a trip to Jamaica for, let's say, July 4th through 11th for a birthday trip for a client who is turning 40. First, I'm going to say create, I'm going to say give me 10 possible trip titles for this. So I'm gonna ask him for some trip titles. 40 and Irie. Okay. 40 Fun and Island Time. Chapter 40 Jamaica Edition. Golden Era, the Jamaican Glow Up. 40 and Flourishing in Jamaica. Rum, Reggae, and 40. Okay, I like that one. Jamaica Me 40. Ooh, come on now. We're gonna go with Jamaica Me 40. I like that. Okay. I'm going with number, which number is that? 8. So my chat, I have put a prompt in chat to where my chat gets very detailed with me, and that's something that you do on the settings level. So you can see she already wants to give me like everything when I didn't ask her to do all of that. But she already, gives me all of this information. So I know I'm gonna call my trip Jamaica Me 40. Is that what it said? Jamaica Me 40. So I'm gonna say now create a banner for this trip. Um, we want to make it island island vibes with birthday vibes. Okay, and we're gonna let her create us a banner. Let's see what she come up with. Takes just a couple minutes. Boom. What do y'all think about that?
That's a
That's
good one. I
nice.
like that.
Yeah, it's
That's nice.
beautiful.
I like that.
Right? Now, let's say like, okay, I don't like this pink. You can say, well, change the pink to red.
Put some more
Uh,
pineapples in it.
huh?
Put some more pineapples in it. It's an inside joke from me and Janae.
Okay.
I
I'm gonna
love
say change.
pineapples.
Okay, I'm gonna say change the pink to red to represent more of Jamaica, come on, Jamaica colors and add two more pineapples.
She like that.
And let's give it a couple minutes or a couple seconds. For some reason, my chat loves to make things pink. I don't know why. She always, I don't know if it's because I'm referring to a female and it associates pink with like female, you know. But a lot of my flyers, pink is like the color, and I always be like, have hey, change the pink to this. Okay, she's adding some final touches. First of all, that is not red. Hold on now. Okay, she added two more pineapples. She put red over here.
Change the numbers to red, the dates and the 40th.
It's a little darker.
It is a little darker. It is a little darker. Maybe it's like the text that she's using,
Yeah. And it's
but you
not
see what
pink.
you can do,
Yeah, it's not pink.
right? Right. So then the next thing I would do is I would tell her, so if I like that, I'm like, okay, boom, I like that. You can click this button right here and it will download it to your computer or whatever you're using. So the next thing I would tell her to do is, okay, now make a flyer with this that I can use on social media.
So did you open up that trip for others? That's what you did?
Yes, I opened it up not to where I was promoting it. I opened it up to for my friend to allow her friends to join because I don't know her friends. Um, so I opened it up to allow them to book, and we ended up booking a villa. We don't have a resort or anything. We booked a villa that would accommodate everybody. But now I have slots open that I am trying to fill because I canceled 5 people because they was running up the nerves.
Cause if you open it up, they don't have to stay and do what y'all do. You can just do you got it all scheduled though.
Now, first of all, I ain't never tell her to make this green. And you see how
Ah.
sometimes they do what they want to do?
Mhm.
Those are
Options.
Jamaica colors.
Yeah, this one looks better. I like this color better. So I'm not gonna do it now because I want to waste time, but I would tell her like, hey, remake the banner and make it with these same colors that you just made this flyer. That's what I would tell her. But yeah, so now you have your banner for Travel Joy and you have a banner for social media so that you can promote the trip. And if you want to put extra information, like I could have told her, hey, put my contact number, put my email on the flyer, but you can always put that in your description when you're making your post, whatever your copy is. You can say like, this trip to Jamaica is all inclusive, blah blah blah, whatever information you want to include in the actual text that you post along with the flyer. But this is a very like good looking flyer that you ain't have to go to Canva and try to create and all of that. Now we got 4 pineapples on here, just like you like it. And it looks very
Hey, hey.
professional, you know? So that's one thing you could do. So what I'll do is I'll go over here, go to edit trip, go ahead and change this. Let's see. Oh, no, download. Did it not download?
No, you didn't download the last one.
Okay, boom. Now that's there. Then I would go down here and put that start date. What did I say? July 4th to the 11th. Okay, so now I have this up here, and it doesn't, when you send it out, like if you was to send the link, they would actually see the full picture. I don't have any task files, so I don't have anything to share. But if I had a file up here, I would be able to share it. Because I can show you guys, I had to create a trip I had to create the 40 and Fine trip for Aruba. So I'll drop it in the chat so you guys can see like what the client will see when they actually see that link because it looks very nice, very professional. But yeah, so you can use this and it to help you out. Now, there are other things that I also use this for. Another example with this Aruba trip, I am booking through a concierge service, like special things for our villa. Like I have a private chef coming. I was able to order a birthday cake, and they had a whole bunch of options for me to pick from. So one of the options was this cake, and I was trying to tell them how I wanted to change the cake. Like, they were like, you can change the color. So I was like, I actually want the colors to be black and gold, and I want to change her name. So what I did was I wanted to make sure they really understood my vision. So I went to the chat and I uploaded the picture because you can do this too. So if you guys can see my screen, the picture is uploading. This is the cake. that I'm ordering for my friend for her birthday, which is going to be a surprise. So I said, I will be ordering this cake for the birthday girl. I want to give them an idea of what I want the cake to look like. So change the pink to black and change what's those things called? Macaroons? Is that what it's called? Macaroons? Macaroons to gold and change the note on the side to be gold with black letters. Also change the name to what we want to name it. Tanya. Tanya in gold. And change the numbers at the top to be 40 instead of 21. So you can take a picture that you've already found and take it into chat and give it some information and have it change out the picture for you. Now let's I hope she come through like she came through before, because don't embarrass me now. Just give it a couple seconds. There you go. Now the first one that she did for me actually looked better. I forgot to tell her to change keep. Okay, because you got to be specific. Keep the white frosting, and let me go back up. Actually, go this way.
So, Lady J, so with this, you're just saying just to be more detailed with each picture and just letting know what you want.
Yes. So, and sometimes you have to go back and kind of get a little more detail, because when I did it the first time, it came out perfect. So I don't know. I don't know. I may have worded it differently, but I want to say keep the white frosting, the white cream frosting, and other toppings as is. Because what it did was change this white frosting to gold. But you see how it changed the name for me. It changed the numbers up here. It changed this right here to go with black writing, because before, oh, it doesn't show me. Before it was the gold, so you can just redo it. But yeah, when I did it the other time, like it literally was perfect, and I was able to send that back to the concierge, and I was like, the cake should look just like this. This is the colors I need to confirm that you can do it just like this. And they were like, yes. And I was like, okay, let's move forward. Send me the invoice. So let's see what it do. Now, while it's doing that, I also use it to change certain things like, okay, let's see what's going. See, this looks a little better. Still the one that I had looked even better. I don't know. Let me see if I have that. Okay.
Now, does any of this go in Travel Joy, or are you just sending this as an example to
this is an example of what you can do because this I didn't use for Travel Joy, but I sent to I had to send that to a supplier. So I'm just telling you how you can use chat to do more things when it comes to your business in general. I also use it to change things when I need to create my emails. So just recently I created a trip because I'm going to go to Mexico for my birthday. So when I have to create certain things, because when I do emails, I try not to make it all text as we seen like in the email that I sent out for everybody, like this, like emails when it comes to like what you should wear, what we're doing. Is it, do she not have like stuff like this? But even with stuff like this, because this picture here, when I found this picture and she wasn't in pink, she was in white, and I told chat to change it to pink. And I when I did my birthday trip, I created a flyer in Canva. I used a template in Canva, but I needed to change myself. I had a white outfit on and I was just like, I need to change this to me wearing pink. So I just uploaded myself, and this was the picture I used. And I said, change my outfit color. And let's say we do green because we're in Jamaica to green. So it's like sometimes we're looking for things to put on our itineraries to match colors or to match this or to match that. And we can literally just go and tell chat to create it. Because when I do my booking pages, or I should say create the itinerary. So if I do my Mexico trip, when I go to my group files and go inside of my itinerary, I don't know if you all do this, but on my itinerary, I always include under the what's included. If I'm going on a trip, I always include a little section about myself. And I use this to like change up my picture. So whatever, let's see what it created. Oh, it's not done. And it just totally changed up my outfit. So I could use that and drop that picture here and change up my picture, and not worry about having to do that inside of Canva or Photoshop and all of that kind of stuff. You know, we can just use this to create so much. Instead of trying to go to Canva all the time and make your flyers to promote this trip and promote that trip, you could just give details to your chat and ask it to create your flyer. And I do believe like it has been better than it was a year ago, because I feel like even a year ago when I used to have it make my, our 12 days of Christmas flyers, they used to look very animated, and even when I had it make my banners, it was looking very animated, but it has evolved and it looks way more professional, like somebody really created this. So you can incorporate that when you are doing things. Even like this picture here that I had chat create that picture. Inside of my trip, is this my Mexico? Yes, inside of my Mexico trip, this photo that I have right here. Oh, I see I didn't change it, but let me show you something. Because I definitely see save. I definitely changed this, but I guess I didn't upload it. But what I did was I took this picture because we're gonna be doing this Adventure Day. I took these pictures off of the website because we're gonna be going to the Explore Park. I don't know if you guys have ever been there in Mexico. Um, so I took these pictures off of there and I did the rest of them. I just didn't upload this one. But what I did was I went to chat and I added it in. There we go. And then I said, make all these people black. Because we don't got white folks on the trip.
You got that
Ooh.
diversity going on.
First of all, I ain't never had that.
maybe you should put African American.
I ain't never had Chad tell me nothing like that. We done been here before now. Maybe that was too blunt for them.
Maybe because they know you got an audience.
Right, my chat already knows. So that's when you're trying to show people stuff, they start showing off. But
Yeah.
let's see. So you could switch
Well,
it
it made
up.
them darker skinned. So, I mean, we get the gist of it. Like, it made them darker skinned than what they were before.
Yeah, the eyes look crazy a little bit. But no, they actually changed it. They changed, even their features and whatnot. But it's just like simple things like this
I think let
that
me
I
look at
u- that I use it to change if I have to,
it.
just so it can be more geared towards my clientele. Because if I got all of these pictures in my itinerary and all you see is white folks, they can be like, why is all these white folks, like, where's the representation at? Who are you promoting to? So all of that stuff matters when you're doing that. So you can use chat to just do that without, like I said, having to search so much for pictures or try to recreate things in Canva. If you're not really a designer type of person, chat can do it for you.
So convenient.
Yes. Yes. And chat also has um applications.
Question,
Yes.
lady. Okay, so after we get all of this stuff done with the pictures and all that kind of stuff, so you just take all of this back to your itineraries. I mean, because I was trying to see how you're gonna put this together in your itinerary.
So let me go back.
That's a nice banner.
Yes. So this is I use chat to create this right here. This is my Mexico trip, and I had it create my banner for here. Now, like I said, this is why I dropped the link for y'all, because when you drop the link, when people click on it, first of all, if you send the link, like if you text the link to someone, it actually pops up with the banner. Now, I will say, especially if you have an iPhone, I don't really know how it looks on Androids because I don't know anyone with an Android, to be honest, that I communicate with. But if I was to text
It looks
you
the same.
this, huh?
It looks the same.
Oh, okay, yeah. If I text you this, it actually will send you the banner, the full banner. So you will actually see the whole thing. But I use that here. I also use that when I am creating my newsletter. So what I sent with my kit, when I sent out a email for this, once I put the oh, I'm in the wrong email. See, I was able to create my banner, use that same banner for my email. I had to change my color of that outfit to pink to match the colors here as I was creating this. Oh, okay, this is where I put the black people at in this email when I had them change it. And it's going to look different every time. So you see here, it looks even different than the one that it just created for me. Um,
He had some old cheap friends. They didn't want to spend that much money.
Miss Jean, I was thinking the same thing. I was like, man, we can go to Bali for $2,000, and they talking about.
that's man, listen, that's what I was trying to tell them. First of all, Aruba is not cheap. And I was like, the fact that I got this price down to $2,000 for you guys, and they were tripping because I wanted them to pay for this 179 for this dinner on the beach that was they set up is private. The private chef comes out and cooks for us right on the beach, lighting over us, a bonfire. Like, I'm like, really? And at that point, I was like, I'm kind of done with your people, like, and she was done too. And she was like, it was some words, but we did go ahead and cancel. But I was like, now we got to replace people because we're in a villa. That if less people are going, that affects the amount that everybody else has to pay because now everything else has to be paid for. So we have to either put out more money or we need to replace. So I mean, if anybody want to go, I got some slots open. I got 5 slots open. We trying to replace it, but I'm still figuring it out. But yeah, that's a lot of them. That was like their first trip out of the country anyway, so they don't even know how to compare, all that they were getting. They don't even understand, because I'm like, listen, we got private chefs coming, we got you know, in-house massages. It's a lot and excursions, so they ain't know. But yes, Marquisa, to go back to your question, when you start building these assets, you use them for your process all the way through. You can use this stuff to make your banners. You can use this stuff to reply to these messages because even with a situation that I had with them, I had to make sure that I remained professional in my responses to them when I really just wanted to be like, you know, mm, mm, I really wanted to go in, but I want to make sure that I always and responding from a level place and on a professional level. So I definitely use chat to do that as well. Even before I cancel them out or even in my response, because even when I sent out that email to everybody about us paying for that fee, some people was responding like, thanks for the invitation, but I'll pass. And this wasn't a I'll pass situation. This is like, we are doing this as a group and this is what you need to pay. And I also put in the email, if you cannot pay it, just let me know and we'll figure something out. So the fact that they were just like, oh, I'll pass, it just was also running up a nerve. And I had to make sure I respond in a professional way. So I did use chat to help me figure out um the wording to say to send out to them. So this is the email that I sent when, he said, thank you for the information or the
Mhm.
invitation, but I'm going to pass on this.
Um,
And chat went ahead and made me a nice response. And you guys can read it if you can read through it quickly so that I can follow up in a professional way, and all you got to do is go to your chat and just be real and just be like, just tell it, this is the situation and this is what I need from you. So at any given point of whatever you're doing, you really can use your chat to just create it out for you. So
right.
if you
No,
don't know what to say back, you tell them what you're trying to say, and then they'll put it together in a good way for you. Was that Miss Jean that was saying something?
no, that was me. No, I mean, I
Oh.
get, so I'm tracking all of that. I was just trying to see, you go back to do your itinerary because you were gonna show how you create your itinerary using chat. But I
Well, yeah, I was more say how I use it to create elements of my chat. I mean,
Oh,
elements
okay.
of my trip that I need.
Hmm.
So
Okay.
so I don't use it to, well, I do use it for my itinerary. So when it comes to putting the actual information, a lot of my stuff is repetitive as far as my setup. How, I always start with the trip highlights. I go into what's included, what's not included, and then activities, and then I give them a day by day. So when it comes to the information here, like some of this stuff doesn't change. My round trip transportations is always included. So the only thing that I need to change within here is the airport. So I always change this. So I said from the moment you touch down at, and then I change the airport based on the trip. And then I would say your experience will be seamless. Our representatives will pick you up. That's always something that's going to stay the same, but I just go in and change the airport. When it came to this, because I'm doing a villa and not a resort that I've already done, what I do is I tell chat to create me a description, so I can either send them the link, like let's say I book this from a link on Airbnb or whatever. I can send them a link, or I even will send them the link to the website of the resort. Or if you're booking from a place like Vacation Express or something like that, where they kind of give you a description, I just take that and I'll say, chat, rewrite this. Or I'll send them a link and I'm like, here's the link to the resort. Write me a description of this villa or of this resort or whatever, and it will give me this information. So all of this right here that it gave me, chat wrote that for me. My curated dining experience, that always pretty much stays the same. I did have it write this because I'm like, write me something for my experiences or my excursions. So I use it for all of this. Now, when it comes to the actual activities, what I normally do is I copy the description from the activity. So let's say this mixologist workshop, this is something that my concierge offers. So what I did was copy their whole description that they had, then I take it into my chat and I'm saying, okay, rewrite this so it sounds like us, and she'll rewrite it and then I'll just copy and paste it down. And that's for all of the excursions. And then when it comes to my daily itinerary, I always start out with the arrival plus welcome to whatever wherever we're at. And I have chat go through that. And I'll say, hey chat, now we're working on the daily itinerary. So if I was to do that here, I would say, okay, let's work on the daily itinerary. And I say, let's start with day one, which is arrival and welcome to Jamaica. And I would say, write me a description for this day. And if you're doing anything specific, like let's say you're doing a welcome dinner, you can include that. Say, we will have a welcome dinner this day. Okay, welcome to Jamaica. We're vibrant culture, blah, blah, blah. As a son, you'll meet your fellow travelers, enjoy delicious Jamaican flavors, and kick off an incredible week of celebration, good vibes, raise a glass to toast, blah, blah, blah. It'll say all of that. Now, if you want it to be a little different, because I like mine to give kind of like a step by step of like what we're doing. So I would say rewrite this to tell my guests what to expect upon arrival. Um, and really the reason why starting off with this is because I haven't fed it any other information because normally I would already be using it to work on the things that I work on before I even get to the sample itinerary because as you can see um on my itinerary that's like at the bottom. So it's like we would have already been working on all of this so it kind of understands that now I'm doing an itinerary and now it's like putting together all of these details. So that's why it kind of gave me just a regular description of like, welcome to Jamaica. Because I would say my reps will pick them up. We will check in and then meet later for our welcome dinner. See, this is more what I would use. Welcome to Jamaica. Upon arrival at the airport, you'll be greeted by our local representatives and transferred to your resort. Once checked in, take some time to settle into your room, freshen up, and explore the property. Later that evening, we'll gather for our official welcome dinner where you'll meet your fellow travelers, blah, blah, blah. Good to go. I will copy that and go ahead and paste that in day one. And then I just keep going down the list. So I'm like, okay, let's do day two. I normally always start with breakfast, for this trip in particular. Our festivities are going to begin on this day. We're going to raise glasses to a birthday toast. So that's why I have this in here specifically instead of putting like dinner every single day. We don't really need to outline that, but I just have this for day two because this is our first full day, so they know what to expect. We're having our private villa or our private dinner that day at the villa. So I had it write me up a description for that. So it's like whatever you're doing, you just want to tell it and you want to go day by day so you don't have it trying to create everything at one time. And also you can have it work on any excursions that you may be having. So like I said, what I did with the excursion is this, I just went and copied their description and then I just take it into chat and tell it to this is what we're doing on day two, rewrite this for a description. And this is what it gave me. So you just do that as you're going through your itinerary until you get down to your last day. And I'll say, okay, on day 6, this is our last day, and we're having a farewell dinner. So it will come up with, on our final day in Aruba, it says take your time to enjoy their last minute, soak up the sun, pack your bag, all of that good stuff. In the evening, we'll come together for our farewell dinner. You can also use chat, as I do, to be like, okay, give me some FAQs for Jamaica. Um, include information about currency, language, what else? Passport, visa, and other popular questions that people should know. So that you can have your FAQ section. Boom. Do I need a passport? Yes, you need a passport. We recommend ensuring passport is valid for at least 6 months beyond your travel date. That is very important. Do I need a visa? What is the currency? Should I exchange money? What language is spoken? What is the time zone? What outlets do they use? Can I use my cell phone? Is it safe for tourists? Can I drink the water? What should I pack? What's the weather like? Can I bring cash or should I use card? Are tips included? Can I come solo? You know, this is where you can change anything. I normally tell it to add information about, payments, because my chat knows like they can pay with Klarna or what's the other one? Affirm. I add that in there as well. But then you would copy all of this and create your FAQ section and just paste it in there. So it makes, creating your itinerary very easy. Or, you know, remember that TravelJoy does have their own AI now. They call it Copilot, and you can actually do things in Copilot. I'm not going to do it because if I do it, it will actually change what's on here. And one thing that TravelJoy does not have that I sent them an email about this, they don't have an undo button. So if you delete something on accident or you use Copilot and it changes your whole itinerary and you don't like it, you can't hit the back button. Okay, are there any questions on anything here?
No, gonna try all that. That's wonderful. Thank you so much.
No problem. Marquita, did that answer your question?
Oh yeah, this answers my question. I was just more so asking for the newbies online.
Oh, okay. Oh, thanks.
Okay, okay. All right. Listen, everybody. Thank y'all. Drop some flames in the chat for Lady J. Woo-hoo. As always, she came through with the come through. For those of you, my apologies because did not ask who is new to the call. If we have some newbies on here, can you raise your hand or put in the chat if you're new? I just put the link for the referral for Travel Joy in the chat. I have a team. Here's the difference. I paid the $30 or 35. It goes up. I think it might be 40. I'm not even sure how much it is right now. But the team, if you're a part of it, you only pay $15 versus the total amount. So it's about less than half of it. All that requires is you just clicking on the link right there. If you can create a trial for 7 days, and instead of paying the full price, you pay the team price. That is an option for you to do so. You can go either way. It's just totally, totally up to you. Also, if you guys look in the chat, who's new? Uh-oh. I'm new, Maria. Welcome, Maria. Maria, welcome, welcome, welcome. I love that, Katrina. That's fun. Is that Elmo?
Mhm.
All right.
Thank
So
you.
also in the chat, you will see the YouTube link from the informational Zoom from Ghana. We did a recording
Excuse
for
me.
it using
That's the
StreamYard.
elbow.
So,
I couldn't find the
huh?
flame.
You couldn't find a what?
The flame. You said put the flame
Oh,
in
the
the
flame. So you got so you got Elmo. So you have the informational link from the Ghana trip in there. This is for 2027 and as well as 2028 because we're going doing it. So if you missed it, check it out, look at it, invite your people.
Be
There's
wrapped up like
also,
hands, right?
did somebody come off mute?
Sorry, that was me. I clicked on the link and it started talking.
Okay. All right. So yes, and then the link itself to the Ghana trip is in the description of the YouTube. So you can click on it. Again, you can make it your own. You guys kind of understand the process of the collaboration and what that looks like. Marquita, you have a question?
I have more of a comment. So Miss Maria, who's new, that's
Mhm.
actually Miss Kathy's new BP.
Okay, Miss Maria is Kathy. First of all, Kathy, you didn't hear our shout out when we kicked off the Winning Wednesday.
Yes.
We shouted you out. Marquita was like, "Yes, you got a new business partner now. I see you down there." So you guys, Miss Kathy is on, And she has her new business partner on, Miss Maria. So Miss Maria, it's so great to see you, and congratulations and welcome to the best place in IntelliTravel, the world of travel, and the best place on the planet.
Thank you.
You are so welcome. So next Wednesday, you guys, Jay is gonna be in Costa Rica in my home. And yeah, give me a date and time because I really need to talk to you because I got some stuff that the brain needs to unload and spit out. And I need to bounce it out your lovely brain. So she's going to Guanacaste next week. And so hence next Wednesday, I'm gonna roll out something very new. It is going to encompass both travel and marketing. Is something that, like I was looking at Jay's trip, if the people were not penny pinchers, I would have automatically just rolled that into her trip. But because there are penny pinchers, this won't be for her group of people. But it would be a good thing to add to that trip because that's the kind of trip that these services would want based off of being a 40th birthday party. If not for anybody that's going on the trip, at least for the birthday chick, right? That's why I say one time for the birthday chick, right? So you guys look forward to that next Wednesday. Again, it's a little bit of both marketing and travel and showing how it comes together. And so I'm super, super excited to roll it out to you guys to share that with you. Same time, same bat channel on the
Got a
Power Hour
question?
next week. Go ahead, baby.
There's a question in the chat.
Oh, question chat. Okay, thank you. Is it 50% off for the first 3 months and then 30? So no, so when you hit that link, let me put it back in here. That's if you choose to pay it on your own, then yes, Miss Kathy, that's correct. It's 50% off for the first 3 months when you have a referral link. Did I do that? Oh, so that's the link that I sent you, the referral link. So that's the referral link. When you start the free trial for that, then you're gonna let Marquita know, let Marquita know what your email is that you use to create your Travel Joy account. She would then let me know. Travel Joy is going to send you an email directly saying thank you so much and your interest in joining Janae's team. It's going to give you some information and it's going to have you to click a little button right there. And what that's going to do is take you out of the trial version and having to do the 50% off for the first 3 months to just going to just $15 every month. So it won't be just for the first 3 months. So again, when you start your trial and you get your email, just send whatever email you use to create it, send it to Marquita if you do want to do the team, and then Travel Joy will send you that email back and give you all the instructions on how to do so.
All right. Thank you, Janae.
You are so welcome. All right, ladies, you guys, thank you for the overtime. We truly appreciate it. Thank you so much, Lady J. You guys can find this. This is streaming to YouTube, so you can find it on YouTube as well. The only thing I ask you guys to do is to be able to like or heart it or whatever the case may be, and what do you call it? Subscribe to the channel. Yes, subscribe to the channel. All right, you guys be good. Take care. Have an amazing